will be kicking off the festivities, and so will these two teams. NFL's biggest season ever starts tomorrow. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys taking on Brady and the defending champion Buccaneers. They are launching this sucker. Get ready. Kickoff is just one sleep away. Welcome to Good Morning Football. We're presented by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. We're live in New York City. Happy Wednesday to you. Thanks for choosing to wake up with us and get your NFL news from us, as we are here every morning at this very table. My name is Kay Adams. Hello. Peter Schrager, Kyle Brandt, Michael Robinson. Here all week. I'm Rob.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun.
And you're working Saturday on GMFB weekend with our friends.
Yeah, man. I can't leave my weekend crew, man. I know I'm here with you guys during the week, but the weekend crew, man, that's my.
So that'll be Saturday morning. We've got lots to get to today. Some bold predictions, our MVP predictions, our Defensive Player of the Year predictions as prediction week rolls on. But right now it's time for the lead block.
Lead block, prediction week.
Take a shot every time I say prediction in one sentence. Let's start in the AFC North right now, guys. Steelers star pass rusher TJ Watt. He hasn't played it down in the preseason or participated in any team drills at practice. He's looking for that bag. He wants contract extension talks to continue and get solidified before any action really happens. Aditi Kinkhabwala does have the latest just days before the Steelers do start their season, and they do that, by the way, with a huge game in Buffalo.
Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin once again used the word optimistic in regards to TJ Watt, but this time on Tuesday, it was very, very specific. He was optimistic that Watt will indeed be a full participant in practice on Wednesday. TJ Watt has been here in Pittsburgh all of training camp. He has participated in every single individual drill, every walkthrough, every meeting, and he has certainly worked. He has just not done team drills or played in the preseason as his camp and the Steelers negotiate a new contract. Now, with game day coming on Sunday and a big, big game day up at Buffalo, which is returning 21 of its 22 starters, the Steelers need their star outside linebacker. They need their biggest playmaker on defense. And so, Tomlin said he fully expects Watt will indeed practice Wednesday. Of course, we'll actually see come Wednesday afternoon.
Yes, we will. That's this afternoon. Aditi. TJ Watt has had 13-plus sacks in his last 3 seasons. One more puts him up there with the legend, Reggie White. How about that? He's a 2-time All-Pro, number 9 on the NFL's top 100 players list. That matters, of course, as it's rated and voted on by his peers, people he faces week in, week out. Is TJ Watt, guys, the most important piece to the Steelers' playoff berth?
He's a really good player. He's a really good player. And I remember Mike Tomlin talking about Le'Veon Bell. We need volunteers. That was what he said. He wanted guys who wanted to be there. And Le'Veon Bell, after to not show up, sat out that entire season, eventually gets traded, and you know the history there. So the Steelers are willing to play this game of chicken. It's not like they're a team that's like, all right, fine, we'll cave, we'll do it. Is TJ Watt ready for this battle? We're going to find out later today. I mean, Tomlin wants him at practice, expects him to be a full participant, which he hasn't been. And there's also this talk about the contract, which Ian has hit on extensively on the show already about. It's about guaranteed money and how the Steelers do things. I think they need TJ Watt if they're going to do anything this year. Like, TJ Watt's arguably the best defensive player in the entire NFL. Take a look at last year's sack leaders. We go nuts about Garrett and Donald. TJ Watt was the best, 15 sacks. And we could talk about the Ben revitalization of his arm, and we could talk about all these different additions at running back, and now we have a new offensive line. The Steelers are what the Steelers are. They are a really well-coached team that have a fantastic defense, and the offense will put up points if they need to. They need TJ Watt. They need TJ Watt. The AFC is loaded. The AFC has teams that we know about in other divisions, of course, with the Chiefs and the Bills. But gosh, what about the Ravens and the Browns? I don't know if the Steelers are making any hay this year without TJ Watt. I think he actually has some leverage in this situation. And if he is going to be 10 toes down and really dug in on this thing and say, I need that guaranteed money, well, the Steelers might have to change the way they go about business. This guy is that good. I love Minka. I love Devin Bush. TJ Watt might be the best pass rusher in all of football. I think you have to have him in that uniform and have to have him motivated and ready to go and happy and everything for this team to compete this season in the AFC.
Yeah, you need him chasing Lamar. You need him chasing Baker. I mean, it's huge. And listen, though, TJ Watt was there last year. He was very good last year, and it wasn't enough. The team fell apart, and they got destroyed in the playoffs. I look for someone who was not there last year, and I look at the rookie running back, Najee Harris. Like, I think this is the difference maker. At least they hope it is, and it better be. Because you know the story, Alabama, super athletic. We've seen him in the preseason. He looks great. And at the spoiler this dude. But I do think that first-round running backs are a funny thing because they seem so exciting and so fun, and it's a guy you followed in college and fantasy this. Here's the first-round running backs the last couple years. Saquon gets hurt, tough break. Rashad Penny had to cling on to make the final 53. Sony Michel, different team. Josh Jacobs looks pretty good. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I think, is the TBD, and we will see. It's a mixed bag. There is nothing that says Najee Harris is going to be a 1,500-yard rusher this year. They don't just show up and work out. And often they're very good in the first month, in the first 6 weeks. And we see this, and we call it the Cadillac Williams phenomenon. They light the world on fire, and they're like, this is a long season. Yeah. These guys hit harder than they do in the SEC.
Cadillac had, what, 4 touchdowns first game?
Like in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So remember, the Steelers fall apart at the end. That's their MO. Watch for Najee. I think TJ will be out there. I just do.
I hate the question even. Like, the playoff berth, that's not what we're, like, if you're the Steelers, playoff berth is not what we're looking at. It's go time. It is go time to win a championship this year.
It's championship. And Kyle, to your point, I wouldn't go as far as saying Najee Harris is more important than TJ Watt, but the running game is. And that includes the offensive line. That includes Ben Roethlisberger being more under center. That includes Matt Canada doing some things from a formational standpoint with motions and creating leverage from building the offense, right? And so I look at this offensive line, and it seems like since Mike Munchak walked out of the door after the 2018 season, this running game, pass protection, the whole offensive unit just hadn't been right. I like the kid, Adrian Clem, who was the new offensive coordinator, just came on in February, but he's got some work to do, guys. I mean, I look at the right tackle, Joe Haig. He was the guy teams picked on last year in Tampa Bay when he came in some relief. So, you look across this offensive line, Trey Turner, I think he's a pretty good guard, but I think I need to see Ben Roethlisberger under center a lot more. Can't do that. I just don't see this team doing much offensively. The run blocking unit, which includes the offensive line, that's the most important part of this team.
The offense will be better. It should be better. To me, what sets you apart as a team, as the Steelers, is the defense. What puts you into contention is that, and TJ is the centerpiece. Only one of you picked the Steelers in the playoff picture. Who was it?
I did.
So how are you feeling about it?
But they had a good defense last year.
So how are you feeling?
And they didn't go anywhere.
But it is, I'm with you. It sets. Are you feeling good? I
feel like you said, the offense is going to be better.
Yeah.
It has to be. Najee Harris is fantastic. I do have questions about the offensive line, but I like Matt Canada and getting things creative and changing it up. But TJ Watt needs to be on the field. I'm doing it with the assumption TJ Watt's there. If he's
play Josh Allen in the opener, you think you need TJ Watt a little bit?
Yes.
I think you need him bad. I don't think you have a chance without him.
I agree.
I mean, Minka's going to get paid. TJ is going to get paid.
We don't
know how long we're going to have Big Ben. They're going to have to make some changes like this. The window is now. Like, can we get this done? Can we make this happen so it's interesting in the AFC North? I think he's that important. Ian Rappaport joining us right now. Ian, thank you for hanging out with us here on Good Morning Football. We're going to keep it in the North. The Ravens lost J.K. Dobbins. Then they lost Justice Hill for the season. Any help on the way for Baltimore's backfield?
A little bit of help is on the way for Baltimore's backfield. We will see how much help it actually is. That's because, as we know, we discussed earlier in the show, Le'Veon Bell, the former Pro Bowl running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who's bounced around a little bit, had a disappointing year in Kansas City last year, is signing with the Baltimore Ravens practice squad. That is the new reality in the NFL. A team like the Ravens signs a veteran like Le'Veon Bell, give him a couple days to kind of acclimate himself, then probably promote him to the 53-man roster, and they have been hit extremely hard by injuries. J.K. Dobbins out for the season with a torn ACL. Justice Hill out for the season with a torn Achilles suffered in practice. Remains to be seen how much Le'Veon Bell has left. If you watched last year, you'd say maybe not so much, but perhaps the workout, which did seem to go pretty well, perhaps the workout was good enough to give the Ravens some inclination that he's got more left than we think. Either way, we're likely going to see whether or not Le'Veon Bell has a career rebirth in Baltimore.
Yeah, of course, Latavius Murray, our best friend of the show, was released by the Saints. Maybe they give him a look. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully they can get